Hey, I think I'm live. Goodness, sorry. I'm trying to get this done every day and I'm not. You gotta forgive the hairdo. Oh, I just got back from the gym and I'm having such a hard time getting internet connection established. So I tried it with my laptop, but for some reason it works better with my phone. So here I am. Hello, live with Dr. Mom. I'm trying to get all my women of the Bible done. This is hey, Marlene. Hey. I do like it. I like doing it on my phone because then I get to have you guys on here to make comments or whatever, but it's been hard getting it done. So anyway, I'm on 38. I wanted to do it Friday. I just couldn't get a connection. So I just ran out of time. We had a busy weekend. So anyway, here I am today. I want to get this one done. I was trying to set it up so you guys could kind of see the pole out there. Right now you're looking at the roof, ceiling. Let's see, maybe I can set it up this way so you can look out at the pole area, right? Maybe. Anyway, let's just get it done because I don't know how long I'll have the connection. Oh, my poor hair, sorry. Anyway, today we're doing 38. Number 38 is who I'm on today. It's Anna, and her name means favor or grace. Sorry, I'm not going to have. Do you want to be in the video? Or sometimes it asks. So if you want to be part of the video, that's what that means. If you don't want to be, then I don't have to let you on. You can just watch. But if you want to be, I can certainly let you into the video if you want to be live with me. That's what it means. Sometimes, I don't remember. I think it was Emily who didn't want to be on, but it asked her. So tell me if you actually want to be on live with me in the video, then I can allow you to do that. I'm going to get started though because I don't want to run out of time or a connection. While I've got you guys on here, I'm going to keep going. So her name means favor or grace. We're finding this in Luke 2:22 through 38. Remember Luke was the doctor, right? The physician in the Bible. And anyway, here we go. What was Anna's character? She was married for only 7 years. And then she spent the long years of her widowhood fasting and praying in the temple, abandoning herself entirely to God. A prophetess, she was one of the first to bear witness to Jesus. So I found that personally, I found it pretty fascinating. You know, and I was talking to Lisa and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. Shame on me that I can't. But I don't know I think there's certain people that can do that. Live in the temple, and I think of priests and nuns and things that dedicate their whole life, and that's very admirable. I don't know. I shouldn't say I would never do that, but right now, this time in my life, I don't think I could do that, but I hate to say that because then you never know what's going to happen, right? So we know she's a prophetess. We know she was married a short period of time. And then the rest of her widowhood, she spent praying and fasting in the temple. And it's pretty interesting in this other section. It tells us a little bit about what the temples were in those days. So when the time of their purification according to the law of Moses had been completed, now we're talking about Joseph and Mary, after they had Jesus back then. So afterwards, Joseph and Mary took Jesus, and we talked about that when we did Mary, and they went to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord there at the temple. In Jerusalem, there was a prophetess, and this is where Anna was. She was very old. She had lived with her husband 7 years after her marriage, and then was a widow until she was 84. So, wow, that's a lot. She never left the temple but worshiped night and day, fasting and praying. Coming up to them at that very moment, she gave thanks to God and spoke about the child to all who were looking forward to the redemption of Jerusalem. Luke 22, 22, 36 through 38. I mean, so she actually recognized, I'm trying to join, but it's not letting me. Hold on, you're trying to join. Well, I'm going to approve it. I think do those let you actually on screen, so I don't know if that's what you're trying to do or not, but we'll do it anyway, and you see what you think. So you're being added on screen if that's what you're trying to do. I'm not sure if it's just okay, anyway. All right, so now what was Anna's life and times? The temple courts. So in the temple courts, the old woman Anna had probably, so 80, she was 84, had probably spent upwards of 60 years in the temple. In fact, she never left it. I can't imagine what dedication. Thank the Lord for people like that, you know. She never left it but worshiped night and day, fasting and praying. The evidence of her devotion is not just in the fact that she spent all those years in prayer, but that she recognized the Christ. So she was very in touch with God and the Holy, you know, and recognized Christ. He was, after all, only 6 weeks old. Yet, even though Anna had relinquished a normal lifestyle, spent hours of every day in prayer to her God, and went without food as a sign of devotion, she was still not allowed access to the actual temple. So despite being regulated to the outer court for women, however, she never let that restriction squeeze her heart or strangle her love for God. So even though they would not let her into the temple, that's where only men could go, she still stayed true to God. Solomon had built the first temple, an elaborate white limestone structure inlaid with gold. Zerubbabel built the second temple when the Jews returned from captivity in Babylon. This structure was not nearly so imposing. In fact, those who had seen Solomon's temple wept when they saw the foundation for the new temple. Herod the Great built the temple when Anna worshipped. He was a tireless builder, and the temple in Jerusalem was only one of his projects. Herod's temple had 4 successive courts, each more exclusive than the one before it. The outer court was known as the court of Gentiles. Okay, so Herod's temple had 4 successive courts, each more exclusive than the one before it. So each one more, in other words, I believe what they're saying is you could not get into them unless you're a certain person or individual, I guess. The outer court was known as the court of Gentiles, which is well, me for sure. I'm a Gentile. So let's see, this was the only place where non-Jews were allowed. This court was also the place where Jesus later cleared the temple of those buying and selling. The inner court was divided into 2 sections. The women's court, where Anna worshipped, and the court of Israel. Both Jewish women and men would enter the women's court, but only Jewish men were allowed into the court of Israel. The court of the priests surrounded the actual temple building itself and was accessible only to those of the Levitical priesthood. Thank goodness they don't have such restrictions anymore, right? We can worship right here in our own house. We don't have to go to the court and be allowed into private sanctuaries and all that. We can talk to him right here, at any time. So our life and times, the custom of her time may have restricted the physical location of Anna's worship, but no earthly regulation could bind her actual worship or devotion. Be an Anna. Don't let anything bind your devotion to God. No earthly rules or restrictions, no past mistakes or sins, no life situations that you can't overcome. Let nothing get in the way of worshiping your God and recognizing your Savior. So that was it was a quick one, but it just kind of shows her devotion, right, to God. And I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel worthy. Like some of these people are. I'm just like, oh man, I'm such a sinner. That's what we went over in church last week about how, whew, every day it seems like we make mistakes, right? As long as you just get up and keep trying, right? So let's see. What does this careful observation of the law of Moses tell you about Joseph and Mary? Um, I'm not sure what that means. Observation of the law of Moses. I think it might have been the purification after childbirth. I think that's what they're talking about there. They were committed. They followed the law of Moses. What about your life reveals your Christian commitment? Well, I feel like that's why I'm doing these videos, is that I'm trying to serve others in some small way. I don't know, I'm not very good at it, but I get up every day and this helps me learn and grow. And if in some way somebody else is learning and growing, or we just are hooking up and talking, where two or more are gathered, right, is what he says. So, I don't know. I think when you see someone like Anna that is so devoted, I don't know, I feel like a little minute person, but I'm staying true. So, what did Simon's words reveal about himself? What did they reveal about Jesus' life and ministry? Well, that's in Luke 2:29 through 32. I'm not sure if I know what that one is. So the promise Simon held onto was that he would see Christ before he died. If you knew death were near, what would you like to see God accomplish before you died? I guess whether in your life or our life, right? Well, of course, when we're all gathered with Christ would be the best thing, right? What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. So describe what you think Anna's lifestyle was like. I think it was, I don't know, for her, what I find is the more that I do these, the more that I study, the more I learn, read the Bible and stay in touch with God, the easier my life is. The easier, the better, I'm happier, I'm more joyful and free. So I bet you for her, she was really joyful and free. She was like right in touch with God all the time. So I'm assuming she was very joyful. What about Anna's lifestyle do you wish were true of your own? I guess her devotion is pretty awesome. I think her discipline, that's what I'm trying to say. I was just going over, and I'm going to do a workout video here in a couple days because I've just been struggling discipline-wise with not so much working out, but with my diet. Wow, man. She's very disciplined, super disciplined. What can you do to make that happen in your life? Well, I think for me, I have to get back to the basics and start and just get back to where I was and just start from there, just get up and start every day anew. What do you think Anna said about Jesus? Well, he was the Christ, and I'm sure she was overjoyed. How do you think the crowd responded? That's hard to say, isn't it? Because even up until Christ was crucified, people were mean. The religious people that I think they're Pharisees, right? They were supposed to be religious and love Christ, and they were mean. Herod gave him a choice whether to persecute him or another criminal, and they picked Jesus. So it depends on who was in the crowd. If Anna were there to have spoken, prophesied about you when you were 6 weeks old, what might she have said? Well, You know, I don't know. I don't know, right? I think she would have said, wow, the first part of her life will be undisciplined, reckless, bad choices until she meets Christ. And then uh, she'll still struggle until she's in her later life. And then she'll become a widow and do the things I'm doing now. So, and then maybe adventures, I hope. So, okay, you know what? I got to find my devotion Bible because I was reading our devotion every day and I don't know. Oh, thanks, Marlene. Get the diet back on track. Yes, I will. I will. I do great Monday through Friday. And then it's like, I don't know. It's like I don't want to, it's boring and I don't want to keep doing it. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm already back on track today. So it's just getting through the weekend, right? And then when I start driving again, but you're right, I will. Yes, definitely. Anyway, well, I think that's all I have today. I'm gonna find my devotion book so I can at least read that every day. So um, that's it for today, but at least I got it on here. I'm gonna try to get Wednesday, and then the reunion is this weekend. One thing I do want to say, we have a close EM friend who is really needing, him and his family need a lot of prayer right now. And you know, I'm not going to mention any names, but God doesn't need the names. So prayer for one of our close, very close EM family friends and his family right now. They're really going through something really difficult. So I just want to throw that out there to the prayer warriors that just hold this person in your prayer, and God knows who they are, and we don't have to say anymore. So thank you. Many blessings for this week. Have a happy, happy Monday. Have a beautiful sunny Monday that we're having. And I'm going to try to get on tomorrow to do an update on my weight training video. So thanks for joining, Marlene. We need to somehow do another, if we can, another sort of, I can't even, a live video that we all get on and get to visit with each other again, because I really miss seeing you. Are you going to the reunion this week? So anyway, okay, much love to all. Have a blessed day. Love you. Bye.